This is fair use, fair use. I do not get paid or benefit from none of these videos. According to the Act 1976 Act, this is only for educational purposes only. So, thank you.
Killed 2 people he picked up at gay bars more than 20 years ago is trying to get to the death chamber as quickly as possible. Stephen Lorenzo was in court today and is insisting that his attorneys stop trying to find ways to slow the process down. He is admitted to torturing and killing 2 men in 2003 and 2004. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is in the newsroom tonight with the very latest on this one for us, Evan.
Allie, usually death row inmates spend decades appealing and trying to find every loophole to slow down the process. In this case, Stephen Lorenzo says he did it, does not want relief, and is trying to get his own attorneys to get that through their heads.
Read his lips. Stephen Lorenzo wants out.
And this guy is not in my best interest.
Okay.
He's doing something for his interest, not mine.
Speaking to the judge over Zoom from death row, he said he wanted to fire his attorneys, who he is trying to block from seeking any kind of relief from his death penalty sentence. He asked for that sentence in 2022 when he admitted in great detail as to how he helped drug, torture, and kill 2 men he picked up at bars.
He's trying to negate my ability to defend myself because he doesn't like what I'm doing.
His lawyers say he must prove he's competent enough to fire them, with the judge pointing out that all death penalty convicts must have an attorney.
If I don't follow the process, I'm not doing you any favors because I would just be reversed.
For nearly 2 decades after Lorenzo and Scott Schweikert killed Michael Wachholtz and Jason Galehouse, prosecutors struggled to gain a murder conviction against Lorenzo. That all changed in 2022 when he wrote a 147-page letter describing how he did it.
In this lifetime, I'm the bad guy, you're the good guy.
He asked for the death penalty and promised not to fight it.
Because what we see in the majority of these cases are appeals after appeals after appeals, people trying to do anything they can to stay alive. Here we have a defendant who's trying to do anything he can to be killed.
The question is whether during an upcoming hearing he can show whether he's competent enough to decide to waive all of his rights to an appeal. If he can't prove that, legal analysts say he also wouldn't be competent enough to fire his attorneys. Why must the state proceed so carefully, even when an inmate is eager to die?
At the end of the day, this is the ultimate sanction you can have. And when you're talking about somebody's life, every court is going to be very cautious to make sure they get it right.
The judge set a competency hearing for December 11th. His attorneys are asking to see evidence that a doctor found regarding Lorenzo's mental abilities. Allie.
All right, Evan Axelbank live for us tonight. Evan, thank you.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Layla Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well and teach his truth and pushing his word in truth and sincerity. To you, only say Shalom and Shalom to the Hufilet, scattered on the 4 corners of the earth. That's also praising the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua daily. To you, I want to say Shalom and Shalom to the Agiyam out there that's being a spiritual sacrifice and risking their lives to do so to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. To you, I want to say Shalom. This is your brother in the car, coming with another edifying lesson, Lord willing. As you see the first video, or the video in the beginning of the clip, of a man named Stephen Lorenzo, you know, and he asked for the death penalty instantly. What he did, he eliminated two moles back in 2003, as you can see it. But this video came my recommendation the other day. I just found it funny. I said, you know what? Why not just do a lesson up here? Because, the water Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, it gave me the knowledge to see how the law is how the law is select. Now, I want to go to Habakkuk first. So this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore the law is select, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compress about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. Yeah, because we got to understand that the world is given to the hands of the wicked. Let's go to the book of Job 9:24. Because, I'm going to just read it first. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So we already know that this world is being ran by the Edomites, the wicked. You see what I'm saying? So their laws is backwards, right? And I'm going to give you, I think it's funny because I have a family member. He's working at TSA right now. He's been working at the airport for some years now. And he's not getting paid, right? Because of the government shutdown. I just find it funny how a convicted killer who wants to hurry up the execution is being fed daily, being clothed daily, and get to take a shower daily off taxpayer money. But right now, the so-called people who are working for the government can't get paid because they can't come to a conclusion. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth ruler, the people mourn. And that's what's going on. Our people are mourning right now. For all nations are mourning, man. You see this government shutdown and what they're going through, man. You got this broad name, her name Jasmine Cooker, Salakian, talking about what she said. Well, we ain't coming to an agreement. It's gonna stay a shutdown. You see what I'm saying? See, they don't care about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Edomites, you Elamites, anybody who live in Great Babylon who works for the government. They could give two shits about you, man. You see what I'm saying? But mainly we know that's why it's gonna be a civil war and it's uprising. And also we already know who in rulership is the wicked. I just got to that Job 9, the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. But I also want to get this because, Esau is our twin brother. So let's get Matthew chapter 7, starting at and they say judging others. Starting at the first verse, why not? Judge not, that ye be not judged. For what with judgment ye judge, and ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye measure, and should be measured measure to you again. And while the bold is thy mount, that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not in the beam in their own eyes. Or how would thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mount of thy own mount out of thy eye, and behold, a beam is in thy own eye. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of their own eye, and then shall they see clearly to cast out the mote out of their brother's eye. Give not which is holding to dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they tremble on defeat and turn again render you. And basically, the point was 1 through 5. But, Esau's a damn hypocrite, man. Now, every time they want to wage war against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, saying that they're the problem. But the whole time, you're the problem, Esau. See, I always say this, 2/3 is a problem, but Esau, you are the problem. All right? And, I always bring that up, from my apostle elders on down. They're hypocrites, man. They say, we want to run this law. Oh, what's his name? That pastor. But the whole time, if you're going to do one law about a Bobby, you got to do them all. All right? And that's just the main point. Esau is a goddamn hypocrite, man, and what they do. That's why the people mourning right now, man. It's going through hard. They feeling to crash out. That's why this video right here, if the righteous was in rulership, this man, he would have been off instantly. We would took him in the back and just killed his ass. Or actually, now I'm gonna try to stay on topic, but I was thinking about the Psalms. Salaki, I had a moment here, Salaki. But yeah, this it reminded me of this Psalm chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked is pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken into the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart and desire to bless his covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh shall abhor. So that's what I thought about instantly when I say, wow, how as a government shutdown and the people who work for the government can't get paid. Well, why not? Why not just give them the tax dollars that you have? Now, Trump claiming he's going to give them back 30%. That's bullshit or none at all. But you got these killers out here who should be put down instantly, and not wasted time on. That's the main point of the video. And I want to bring up those scriptures first, just to give you the idea, man, how like this system is backwards, man. That's where you need righteous judges to take over the world. But that's coming soon, when Yahweh Shah come take his throne. Now I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy 19. I'm gonna just get to the lesson. I just wanted to bring that out first, man, because I just think it's crazy, man, because he's feeling it, man. He's like, he's feeling he's gonna crash out. So this is Deuteronomy 19 verses I'm gonna start at 19. I'm gonna start at 18. And the judges should make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, he hath testified falsely against his brother. Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brothers. So shall they put the evil away from among you. And those which remain here in fear, he shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life should go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Exactly. That's how it should go. You take a life, your life should be taken. You injure somebody, you should be injured the same way as you injured that individual. You see what I'm saying? But, the world is given to the hands of the wicked. They're not going to follow those laws. You see what I'm saying? They're going to do their own thing. Because if Esau really followed the law, that means Esau needs to be destroyed and killed. And you really think they're going to line up and they're going to let us slay all the Edomites? Because you go to Genesis 96, man, because this country has so much bloodshed. Let's go to Genesis 96 and different scriptures. Genesis 96. Whosoever shed a man's blood, by the man shall his blood be shed. For the image of the Most High made he man. And what did the Edomites do? They came over here, they slayed Gad, and there's a lot of bloodshed in this country. Not even Gad, throughout history too. Flooding Jakestown, late Lanier. You have so many Black Wall Street, and what Esau is giving you is some, Salakia. And you people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all just want reparation? No, we want the whole world. And we're going to get the whole world. We're going to take this motherfucker once Yahweh Shah come back. It's simple as that. Why we want to have some, and then, hey, God, man, hey, I work, I know somebody who said, yeah, we trying to fight for the land down there, and I think it was North Carolina. And I'm like, Esau's going to give you the shittiest land. They're not going to give you the land that's good. They're going to give you a land full of rocks. And they're going to give you the worst land that's possible. Like, you see what I'm saying? But that's why I read to you Habakkuk 1-4. This shit is fucked up. You see what I'm saying? It's not righteous judgment. Now let's go to Numbers 35. And that's why you should be hasting, in the kingdom of heaven to come. You shouldn't be comfortable in this captivity, man. So this is Numbers 35, verse 32. I'm gonna start 33. 31, Salakia. Moreover, you should take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he should surely be put to death. And ye should take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of refuge, that he should come again to the wonderland, to death of the priests. So ye should not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of blood that is shedded therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So what that means, all you fucking Edomites have to go. If you want to use the Bible as the laws and laws. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because you got this guy named, it's a Joel, this racist MAGA preacher talking about all the rebellious little black boy. We should do Deuteronomy 18. Well, all the Edomites, we should do all. Okay, we told you 2/3 is a problem, but Esau, you are the problem. Okay, so if we do that law, what about the school shooters? What about the pregnant white girls who have abortions every year? You know, what about all you Edomites who took over this land? That means all you motherfuckers will be gone. Right? This is Numbers 35, 34. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall be inhabited, where I dwell, for I the Lord Yahweh Shemeshach shall dwell among the children of Israel. And this land has been defiled. 5,000 miles of bloodshed in this land, man. This is why this place needs to be destroyed, man, and never be inhabited again except for the foul beast, man, because this place is fucked up. Now, let's get Revelation 13 and 10. Because, you know, that's why Esau is so funny. They sit there and they swear on the Bible before a judge, but you don't even use the laws in the Bible, which is confusing. I did a video on that like a couple months ago, I remember, on asking Chat GPT, why don't the judges use the Bible laws versus their own laws? I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try to find it. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So yeah, so you know, Esau, you just been caught red-handed, man. You know, even though this video is on somebody who killed somebody, but he said he wanted it to be done speedily. You know, it's a waste of time. You can't. Here we are, right now in this situation. You talking about? We already know that they're trying to push their new world order. Talking about they can't pay government people, but while we got murderers and rapists, you know, psychopaths in jails that get fed every day. Oh, jail food and all that. Well, you got commissary. You see what I'm saying? They got fresh water. They got a bed to sleep on. You know? But while you got poor laying out down the streets that barely surviving, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why this world gotta go, man. You know, and this land was built off blood. Let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 12. Ain't trying to make it too long, man. It just, you know, scriptures is flowing. Woe to him that built of a town with blood, establish a city by iniquity, man. This shit is meant off blood, man. And iniquity is sin upon sin. You know, that's why the laws is backwards. You get prosecuted if you have multiple wives, but she can have multiple baby daddies, and you have a starting 5. 2 men could be together, 2 women could be together. You know, that's why this whole place is backwards, man. That's why it has to go, man. You know, but I think I already made a point. I kind of stayed in the spirit and kept going. I can't think of any other scriptures to go to. Well, we could type in Ezekiel 18, but that's mainly for Israelites. But I mean, you could use it because our laws. We're gonna, man, when we start running this kingdom of heaven, this is how we're gonna be using the laws in this book. You know, Baruch 4, the laws and commandments are gonna be forever. We're gonna be perfect though, Israelites. So I'm just kind of skip through it and close it out. This is Ezekiel 18, chapter 18, verse 4. Behold, all the souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the Son, also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul of the Son of it shall die. Now let's go ahead and skip down. This is Ezekiel 18, verse 10. If he begat a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doth delight to any one of these, and that doth not any one of those duties, but even have eaten up the mountains, so like eaten upon the mountains and defile his neighbor's wife, have opposed the poor and needy, have spoiled by violence, have not restored the pledge, have not lifted up his eyes to idols, have committed abomination, have given forth upon usury, and have taken increase. Shall he then live? He shall not live. He have done all this abomination. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. And that's for the people who like to say, well, the parents should be held accountable. How do a kid get a hand of an AR-16? Why did the kid go killing? It's no parenting. Sometimes, you know, like I said, some souls are just straight up demons. Okay, you can't always, you know. And then now you got the households. You know how we get oppressed. How the woman kicking the man out of the house. How can you even have control over the house, man? You see what I'm saying? Just like that little girl over there in Cleveland, man. That was a terrible torture she went through. I believe it was Cleveland. I don't want to talk about it, but man, that was crazy. But what was the father? Why was the 5-year-old out for hours by herself? You see what I'm saying? It is no order. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue. So can you really blame the so-called parents or the parent, single mother? We kick the father out. You know, even I know dudes who got fathers in the household and still killers. They're just straight demons because, you know, some souls aren't made for vengeance. We got to remember that. You know, we got to have a righteous mindset. But let's keep going to close it out. We have Ezekiel 18, verse 17, that have taken off his hand from the poor, that have not received usury nor increase, he have executed my judgment, have walked in my statute, he shall not die for iniquity of his father, he shall surely live. So, you know, vice versa, you know, your father commit all these crimes and iniquities, the son shouldn't be punished for it. Vice versa. Now, we do say that Esau, you're gonna have to take on the sins of your forefathers, because Esau, you are your forefathers. We come back reincarnated every 3-4 generations. All right, so you are your forefathers who committed those murders and massacres, man. And if you even look up the Christian so-called Christians, because we the real Christians, the followers of Mashiach. If you see how many Christian killers it was with mass students, well, it's a lot of them who popped up and they so-called Christian. Let's keep on reading and close it out. So this is Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 19. Yet say ye, why doth not the son bear iniquity of the father? When the son have done that which is lawful and right, he have kept all my statutes, he have done them, he shall surely live. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear iniquity of the son. The righteous of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. So there you have it, man. Every individual will be judged on their own. You know, even when we get the kingdom of heaven, the heathens was gonna have to follow our laws and statute commandments. And this chapter said the Most High deals with justly with individuals, and that's how it should be if we went by the laws of the Heavenly Father. But you know, we're not a rulership. You know, the word is given to the hands of the wicked, and that's why it's like this. But Lord willing, you find less to edify. You got something from it. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I want to give all glory praise to my power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash, Shalom.